And this is the household machine. And I told you before, we have two types of household machine. We have the analog household machine and the digital household machine. All these machines, household and digital, have the same capacity, the same everything. The difference is this is digital and this is analog. When we mean this is digital and this is analog, that means that this has something like this, the thermostat controller. This thermostat controller, if you see the kind of cook machine come with this thermostat controller, that means that all the necessary settings of the machine have been done in the factory. When the necessary settings have been done in the factory, no need for you to change the setting. And also, this kind of machine, you can now find something like this. Something like this, which we call a hydrometer. This hydrometer tell you the situation of the temperature. If the temperature of the machine, if the humidity of the machine, tell you the situation of the humidity. If the humidity of the machine is okay, you can now see it here. If the humidity of the machine is not okay, you can find it here. And how will you know that the humidity of the machine is okay? It has something like a green line inside, which is between 60 to 70. When the humidity of the machine is low, you can now, you can find out that when you on the machine and you put the water in the machine, you can now see that if you leave it to like 1 hour or 2 hours and the humidity doesn't reach to this green line, that means the humidity doesn't go up. And when that means the humidity doesn't go up, you should now check the amount of the water you put in the machine. And also, when you see the humidity of this machine goes and pass this green line, you can now come, that means the humidity of the machine goes up. When the humidity of the machine goes up, you can now check the amount of water. If you check the amount of water, if you put a lot of water in the machine, that's when the humidity goes up. You can now come. This machine has some ventilation areas, as you can see. There are 8 ventilation areas at the top of the machine, and another 1 ventilation area for the fan at the middle. So you can now open these ventilation areas. Get notice. Make sure that always these ventilation areas are open. And also, this analog machine has the same fan with twin golden and household analog household machine. And the difference between this digital and analog is that when I told you, and you can see that is digital and is different from this one. This is analog. This analog, when you put this analog, you put it to the electricity for the first time, and you put it, you can now come and you see this analog. Make sure you turn this analog all to the positive side. When you turn it to the positive side, and the machine is on, then now you can wait for some minutes or hours. This machine has thermometer and hydrometer. This thermometer is for the temperature. This hydrometer is for the humidity. it has the same case of humidity with digital machine. And the thermometer of this machine is there the difference between the digital and the household clock machine. This thermometer, when we leave it to the 1 hour or 2 hour and comes to the machine, make sure that this thermometer reaches to the 37.7. When this hygrometer reaches to 37.7, then you should now come back to the analog. When you come back to the analog, and you should now turn the analog a little, like 1 millimeter. And this analog has a red light on it. When you turn it a little, and this light on the analog is gone, then you should now leave it. You go for 30 minutes. When you go for 30 minutes, and you should now come back and see the temperature of the machine. The temperature goes up or goes down. If the temperature goes up, that means the adjustment you did is higher than the adjustment of the machine needs. And when the temperature doesn't go up to the 37.7, if you look at the hygrometer and you see the temperature before it's 37.7 and now it's 35 point something or 34 point something, you should now adjust it to the positive side again a little. And you should now go and check. And if you set this machine for once, you should not change the setting again. Get notice. And the hatchery, and also it has the same fun with the household digital machine and twin clocks. And also the hatchery and the candling operation is the same with twin, golden, and digital household machine. And also you should make sure that you take a very good careful about fan speed or fan of those machines. The fan speed is very, very important. This is the fan of the machine. When this fan is working properly, you can now see the machine is working normally. And when this fan is working slowly, you can now find out the temperature of the machine goes up. Or if the fan bends, you can now find out the temperature of the machine goes up. Then it is very, very important for a user to make sure that always check this fan and make sure that the fan speed is okay. And also, this machine has fuse like others machine. This is the fuse of this machine. As you can see, is the fuse of this machine. If this fuse burns, the machine will not go on until you change the fuse. And this is the connection of the gearbox. The connection of the gearbox, if this connection is okay, if you put the gearbox in the connection channel, you can now see the red light like others machine. It has the red light like others machine. You can now see the red light is on. When you find out that you connect this connection and this red light didn't come on, that means there is no power supply in the connection channel. And also, this is the element of this machine. This is the element. We have a lot of things here. We have the fuse, gearbox connection, fan, element, hydrometer, thermometer, and some areas of installation in this machine. Get notice of this place and take a good care of this place. Thank you.